giant robot that could turn into a giant beatbox or boombox. I mean, come on. Boomboxes were the thing, Night Strike.
I had one. I know. I had one.
Oh, Fire Kitten's like, nope, nope, you're gonna do the podcast. I'm off the lap.
Yep. But I've got the Autobots. So Autobots, roll out.
Well, except in that limited run comic book where it was
Okay,
like
we
the
don't
mirror
talk about that
universe.
one. We don't talk about that one. Just stop.
You know what? I'm gonna try to find it digitally and send it to you now. And hey, guess what?
Hmm.
We're live.
Oh no.
Oh
Oh.
yes.
Oh no.
Hey, you keep saying "oh no," and you're gonna have the Kool-Aid Man come through your door, and last thing I want to hear is you shooting the Kool-Aid Man.
No, the Kool-Aid Man goes through your wall and goes, "Oh yeah."
And then knowing you, you'd probably shoot him with the M1 that Mark Novak just put back into proper head spacing for you.
Hmm.
Speaking of
I
which, people, go check out that video. Very informative over at the Anvil channel, or did he change it to Mark
He
Novak?
just changed it to Mark Novak, but
Yeah,
it's Anvil, yes.
such a good video.
Yeah,
Highly
because I'm in.
educational.
It's a great video because I'm in it.
Okay, Night Strike, get off your high and mighty pedestal today.
I can't. It's awesome.
Okay, fair enough. He is a cool dude. I'll give you that. But we got a very, very awesome topic today. Well, three topics. Our favorite calibers, personally favorite calibers, I should express that. Top 5 favorite Star Wars blasters, and firearms that are coming out in the next either this year or next year, possibly, that just tickle our fancy we want to get our hands on.
I I haven't seen anything I want.
Sadly, that new 30 super carry has been tickling my fancy a lot. Cause
Really?
yeah, cause you know what it really
I
is?
thought better of you, firefighter.
It's a modern 32
You
ACP.
you shamed the Strudel brothers.
Look. I'm gonna say this: the message was delivered to me by Gun Jesus himself. If
No,
you,
no, no, no. Unless our Lord and Savior John Moses Browning gave you that, then it's wrong and you shouldn't do it.
but the 30 super carry is just a 32 ACP, and who invented 32 ACP?
Mm,
Huh?
don't besmirch the name of Browning.
I don't. But
It's like
it's just interesting. I would just want to give it a try.
my great grandmother was a Browning.
So does this mean I'm gonna get Browning slapped?
You may get Browning slapped. Yes,
Well, in order for you to do that, you need a Browning out of 5.
I'll fudge it. I've got something he made in my house. I know I do. It probably got a 1911. It'll just pistol whip you.
Hey, I got two things he designed: a 1911 and a 1903 pocket hammerless. So I
Yeah,
got you beat.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, DM boss, what's up,
He's
man?
drifting off to Sleepy Town. Yes,
Uh,
this chat will put you to sleep. You are correct.
well, I'm hoping not when we hit our favorite Star Wars blasters topic, um, because that could be highly opinionated, as all good things related to Star Wars is.
Hmm.
Oh, and did you hear? Someone leaked from Star Wars Celebration the Ahsoka trailer, season 3 of Mando's trailer, and I forget what else. Things are going good, Sam. Uh, well, for me at least here in Ohio, it's a little rainy today, but we needed it. We needed it. So, what have you been up to, Night Strike, other than guest starring on the greatest gunsmith on YouTube's channel?
Actually, talking to him about possibly working on my crag because I bought a crag the other day.
Yeah, that thing needs some serious love.
So
And if I find out,
what I've done is I found a barrel. Okay, I'm probably gonna need him to swap the barrel out because it's got the original front sight blade on it. So then I gotta change out the rear sight because the rear sight either needs to be a 1901 model or a 1902. Probably gonna go with a 1902 because of how late the serial number is. Uh,
Mm,
and it's easier to find. Three, I'm gonna need to find a full length stock. That's the problem. Those are going for like $400 or $500.
ouch.
Yeah, but I'm gonna bring this rifle back to original configuration because I hate sporterizing.
Same here. Same here.
So
It's when you have classic firearms like the U.S. Krag and someone sporterizes it, it it's it's like a crime.
it is a legitimate crime. Yes.
Uh, because you're hurting history. I could never do that myself.
Well, they did it. They did it because they needed a cheap hunting rifle, and that's what it got. That's how it happened. So
Ooh, Sam wants to know how you're doing.
I'm doing good, Sam. How you doing, buddy?
Because I'm pretty sure you can see the comments
Yeah, I can see
on
the
our
comments.
end.
I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Um, so Night Strike, do you want to go with the blasters first, or do we want to do our favorite personal calibers?
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. So
All right. Well, let's do the fun one because we'll probably go off on tangents because of it. Our top 5 favorite Star Wars blasters.
mm, I gotta find mine. So hold on.
It's a good thing I already got my list done. Um, but and Sam, you're right. Little rain doesn't hurt anyone, but it's a little weird because they're saying where I live for this summer, we're actually in a minor drought, which is kind of a first. But you could tell because a lot of the lawns everywhere are, browning. See what I did there?
Okay, there's one of them. Let's see if I can get a better. No, I can't get a better image. There's two of them. Our favorite Star Wars guns, or do they have to be blasters?
Anything. I mean, they could be slug throwers or particle accelerators. Something
Mm,
that if you needed
ooh,
something on your hip or slung across your shoulder in the Star Wars universe, you feel like you could trust it. Because there's so many, and ugh, I had to discount everything that was featured in the older public one trying to make my list because I'm sitting here going,
yeah,
nope.
but that's from thousands of years ago. You have to be a little bit.
Yeah, no, no.
Yeah,
uh,
it should be as old as Clone Wars,
At least, at
at
least.
least.
Yeah. Uh, but that and I learned the hard way. Never give a cat frosting off of a cupcake.
Yeah. Uh,
I tried to take a nap yesterday. Fire kitten clawed me up because he was so hyper.
well, that's what he does.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
trying to find that gun.
is it that hard to find?
Well, I'm trying to put the one down from one of my favorite video games.
Oh yeah, I forget. We also have all of Legends we could pull from.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing
I
right now.
didn't even check the Legends lists. I was just like, show me whatever ones. That is true, Sam. Like, I don't understand why people sporterize them. Like I don't get it. Maybe because my honest opinion is, oh well, great grandpappy, this was his rifle. It's a little unwieldy. He left it to me. Let me make it more weldy. It's like, why? You just destroyed the value of that rifle. Like with my Type 99, the stock's all like got chunks. It looks like it either took a bullet or a frag grenade went off next to it. But you know what? I'd much rather have those little parts of the stock sealed with like some sort of clear epoxy or something, so that way they're still there but protected. I would never chop that rifle down.
You may recognize some of mine.
I'm pretty sure our viewers would too.
Yeah. All right, so
Oh, speaking of which, I don't know how true it is, Night Strike. Apparently there's rumors that we might be getting a Voyager reunion show soon.
no, thank you. After Picard,
But hey, Lower Decks starts next month, August
eh,
25th.
eh.
Hey, I like Lower Decks. It's kind of funny. Right
All
amount
right,
of, shenanigans with trekkiness.
all right. So five blasters, right?
Top 5 blasters, yeah.
All right. Well, not all of mine are blasters, so you'll have to deal with that.
Well, look, I wouldn't expect anything less from you, Night Strike.
All right, let's go.
All right. Number 5 for me, the Mark II Paladin, also known as the Senate Guard Rifle.
That's number 5.
That's number 5. I don't have any honorable mentions today.
I've got tons of honorable mentions, but I'm not going to go and type them all out.
Ooh.
Oh. Let's see. I'm going to say my number 5 is the iconic DL-44.
I I didn't know this, but there were like 4 different variants of that.
Yes. Han Solo's was sliced. What that
Yeah.
means was he hacked it.
Mm-hmm. And then
Be
I found
better.
out there was one called the DL-44 Metal, which basically just looked like it had an all metal finish,
Mm-hmm.
which looks pretty nice.
Yeah. No, it looks pretty nice. It looks pretty nice.
Now Night Strike, if you can't guess from where my number 4 came from, I'm gonna be a little sad. The Westar M5.
Remind me which one that is again.
It was used back when IDW had the Star Wars comic book license, and it was used by an Alpha ARC Trooper Alpha 5.
IDW never had the Star Wars comics.
Oh, sorry, Dark Horse. Why did I think IDW?
Dark Horse had the Star Wars comics.
Yeah, it was from Dark Horse, my bad. But it was the blaster rifle designed for the Alpha class ARC Troopers to use.
Okay, the ARC Trooper rifle. I get that.
Yeah, because it was designed to be single, fully auto.
I just don't know all the names for some of those rifles.
First,
They had so many of them.
and it had a grenade launcher on it. Mm.
Yep.
I'm kind of curious what your number 4 is.
I got another iconic one. My number 4 is the E11, the standard stormtrooper rifle.
I mean, it gets a lot of crap.
The Blast Tech Industries E11 blaster rifle is what it's called. And yes, the stormtroopers used it, but if you look at the video games, if you look at the movies, the stormtroopers sucked with those rifles. But anybody else picks up those rifles and they're an automatic dead shot.
Well, you got to remember the scopes on those things were designed to integrate with the stormtrooper's helmet.
And the stormtroopers' helmets never worked.
Hey, you know what? Plot armor.
And the stormtrooper armor never worked. The clone armor was better.
But then you got to remember what Obi-Wan said when they saw the Jawa sandcrawler. Those blast points are too accurate for Tuskens. Only Imperial stormtroopers could do it. So they could hit shit.
Yeah,
But when not
when
shooting at a
when they're
main
not on
character,
camera,
or shooting at a character who has plot armor.
yes.
My number 3, if you should know it, the SE-14R, i.e. the Imperial sidearm, from everybody from the officers down to the standard stormtrooper. There's something about it just that's so nice.
Oh yeah, that one, the one the scouts used.
No, that was the Scout Trooper blaster. This one kind of looks like a chopped down Beretta PM12.
It looks more like an SMG, actually.
Yeah, I don't know what they cut it down to make it.
Yeah. Anyways, that's your number 3.
That's my number 3.
All right. All right. You ready for it?
Hit
My
me with
number
your best
3.
shot.
My number 3 is the K16 Briar pistol.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's the pistol that Kyle Katarn used in Dark Forces.
Didn't he chop that down from a blaster rifle though?
No, because they made it canon. The pistol is canon. It was used in one of the newer Battlefronts.
Mm.
But the K16 Briar pistol, it's a mean little thing. I mean, I
Oh
could
man.
screen share if you want.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I'm just trying to remember what game it
Here, screen share.
came into. Okay.
You remember this one?
Yes. But
That
when
one.
I learned of it, it didn't look that nice.
No, because they changed it from they changed it a little bit when they made it canon from this.
Yeah, that's the design I remember seeing it
Yeah,
as.
they changed it. But either way, it still is, pretty much the same design. They just added a couple things here and there to make it look nicer. I don't mind. So,
Yeah. So, my number 2. And we might have to pull up a little screen grab of it.
mm,
So let me go grab it real quick. Oop. Okay, let's see. Uh, I gotta find my screen share button real quick. Okay, not gonna work. But I'll put a link into it. It's the ST-W48 blaster. And if this one, most people might not realize it exists because it was used by the Sith troopers in the Rise of Skywalker. I
okay, you're
kind of,
using Rise of Skywalker. Yeah. All
yeah,
right, all right.
I like it because it looks cool, and it's like, oh, yeah, that's nice. That's nice. And unlike stormtroopers, the Sith troopers are actually hitting their targets with that rifle.
That's your
Yeah,
number 2, huh?
that's my number 2.
All right. I'm gonna need you to screen share again.
Alrighty.
There's my number 2.
A Trandoshan slug thrower?
No, see that's what you think it is. Okay, so there it is. There's what it looks like, and I'm gonna tell you what it is. I gotta switch. So hold on. I don't know why it's doing the whole page. There. All right. So that is the Airkid Industries accelerated charge particle array gun. Basically, what the trend. I think the Trandoshans did this, but they designed an energy weapon from a slug thrower. So basically, they made an energy shotgun.
I mean, I remember using that at
It's in Republic
in the
Commando.
Republic Commando, and it just absolutely wrecked whatever you used it against.
And when you get one in the game, the Republic commander that you play as says, "Huh, an energy weapon designed as a slug thrower." I didn't think the Trandoshans were that nostalgic,
Well, you would think because they're lizard people, they wouldn't be.
but
But
apparently they were.
but you should be very appreciative of my number 1.
You're gonna hate my number 1.
Well, I won't know until you tell me.
Okay,
It
well
is the
you
DC-15S sidearm.
which one is? Let me look that one on. Oh no, that one
I mean, hey,
isn't the clone trooper rifle.
no, it's the Clone Commando's pistol.
Ah,
5 shots recharging. I mean, how can you not like it? They could
Mm,
do. It has a capacity of 1 blaster gas canister of 250 shots, but it has a 5-shot rechargeable power cell. I mean, come on. I wouldn't have to worry about power cells, just blaster gas canisters. That and it's kind of my, favorite one out of that whole video game.
yeah, yeah.
So let's hear it. What's your number one?
The Stoker concussion rifle.
If I remember right, isn't that giant rifle you get in Republic Commando that's near impossible to reload quickly?
No, that's the LJ. That's the LJ concussion rifle, but it does the LJ 50. That does the same thing. It does the same thing. It basically fires a blast of concussion.
I don't think I've ever heard that one before.
Okay. Think. Okay, you played Dark Forces, right?
I think that's the only one I haven't played.
Okay, It goes Dark Forces, Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, then Jedi Academy. I think it's that way. I think. Anyways, the Stoker concussion rifle is the rifle that's in those games. Here, let me see if I can get you a picture of it. Hold on.
Well, while you're looking that up, I'm gonna answer Sam's question about how things are going. Oh, health is good ever since I caught COVID. Uh, you know, that was hell. I think I did lose like maybe 10, 15 pounds from all the coughing I did.
and then you gain it all back.
I don't know. A lot of the Filipinos I work with say I'm still looking skinny. I still
Well,
have a gut, noticeable gut, but
there you
it's
go.
like, oh,
You might have you might recognize this one.
okay, it does look a little
That's
familiar.
the Stoker Stouker concussion rifle. It's in all the Dark Forces games.
See, now I gotta see if I can pick up the Dark Forces games on Steam and play them.
You can. They're cheap. They're really cheap.
Oh,
So,
yeah, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that.
oh no! You don't want to be in the receiving end of a concussion rifle.
And
It's like
also,
no.
Sam, I'm going back to school next January because that's the soonest I could get the money together to pay for my classes. I'm gonna be going back and redo my paramedic license to see if I could get a job at one of the local ERs.
Our little fire strudels growing up.
Hey, look, Fire Kitten's kibble's going up, and I need to make more money.
You also need to get a car.
Well, that's the plan. Like, if I get accepted to the class, then by starting next year, I would have time to buy a car, pay
You don't
for
have
my
to get an
class.
impressive one. Just get something used and just
Yeah,
get it
right
fixed
near
up.
where I live, near our sheriff's office, there's like one of those small mom and pop used car dealerships. So I probably could get a beater with a heater for 2 grand.
You just need a
Um,
heater and air conditioner. That's it.
yeah, basically something to get me to class and all that. And then once I'm starting to make money, if I could get a job at one of the local ERs. Because once I have my paramedic license reissued, because I got to start out as EMT, and I'm hoping I could get a job at either the ER as an EMT. If not, I'll go private company. And there's one private company around here. If I sign a 5-year contract with, they'll pay for my medic school.
But it may have to be full time.
It more than likely will be. But where I'm working currently, I told them all this, so I'm hoping by then they have a modified work schedule for me because it'll be 3 days during the week, 6 p.m. to 10, and then every Saturday for 6 months. So I'm hoping we could reach an agreement and be like, hey, these are my 3 days that I have to go to class at these times. I'll work first shift those days. the remaining 2 days of the week, can I work like these hours? And if I'm hoping they'll say yes, because I'm gonna go talk to HR about that once I finish the paperwork. But once I have that done, I'm gonna then re-earn my firefighting certificates. And this because right now my state, the state of Ohio, is a massive paramedic, EMT, and volunteer firefighter shortage because, so all the volunteer departments are like, join us, please. I'm like, well, time to go back to school. No, Sam, that where I live currently, the local EMS service is ran through our local hospital via the Cleveland Clinic. So they're considered like a semi-private company. So if I wanted to work with them once I get my EMT or medic license, I have to apply through the hospital, which kind of sucks. But most of the departments around here are all volunteer, and they won't. And if they do pay for my schooling, they have to send me to Columbus to the State Fire Academy, not to the local vocational school that I could get the same training at half the cost.
Mm.
Yeah, so I'm doing that all out of my own pocket because, I got the cash set aside. But yeah, it's gonna be crazy because, like still gotta work, pay rent, all that. But hey, I have a friend who's private company paramedic right now, and he's making like I want to say $30 an hour.
Right.
And his private company also does what not just inter-hospital transports, but answers 911 calls for like several small towns that can't afford to run their own EMS service. And he's like, "Well, if you come join this, it's 22 an hour for just a standard EMT." I'm like, "Hmm." Because it's been on my list of things to do for the last like 5 years is to redo my certifications. Well, I didn't have the money for it. And when you were working for Walmart, they say, no, we will not let you go back to school unless you're getting something that benefits the company. And now I work at a factory and they're just like, hey, you know what? You need to
Knock
go back
yourself
to
out.
school, knock yourself out. Yeah. Oh, Fire Kitten just found his little ball full of treats.
Uh-oh.
No, dude. He goes nuts for that.
Uh-oh.
It keeps him busy. But let's now talk about our favorite calibers. And mine are a little all over the board. Um,
Are we just going pistol or
whatever we want. It is some of our like most fun to shoot rounds or rounds that we just like.
okay? Vague.
Well, hey, it's not like I'm saying our favorite calibers for new shooters.
Mm,
That's
true.
next Sunday. That's next Sunday.
Well, I'm still gonna put one of them on there, so just deal with it. All right, let's go.
All right. My fifth favorite caliber, 32 ACP.
32 ACP.
Yes, because for me personally, it would be the minus 22, because 22 if I had to dispatch a rabbit raccoon or something. For a concealed carry market, the smallest caliber I'm willing to go down to.
Mm. Well, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna carry this caliber, but you said top 5, so I'm just throwing it out there. So the number 5 of mine is 22.
I mean, can't go wrong with 22.
22 LR. It's the plinking caliber of choice.
Hey, sadly for a while, 7.62 by 54R was cheaper than 22.
And sadly, I can't find that anymore, and I only have a limited supply, so I ain't firing my Mosin all day long.
And here's where I go to make you angry. I'm sitting on 2 giant ammo cans full of 7.62 by 54R.
Okay, you're gonna have to sell Night Strike some of that.
It's mostly surplus though.
Ooh, never mind.
Well, I have a few like Tula boxes mixed in with it, so I shoot the Tula before I shoot the surplus.
Yeah.
The surplus is
Anyways,
the absolute last resort. My next favorite, one that's brand new to me because I finally picked up one chambered in it. 30 carbine.
30
I mean
carbine.
I love it.
You got
It's just a great little cartridge. I think in some states it's a legal hunting round.
it's a pistol cartridge.
Sadly, in Ohio, it's not, even though it's a straight rolled cartridge.
No matter what anybody says, it's technically a pistol cartridge. So
That sounds like a rabbit hole discussion.
no, and talk to Bart Novak. He'll tell you
Well,
that
I don't.
technically the M1 carbine was the first pistol caliber carbine rifle that worked.
Dang.
He said that on his episode that I was on.
I must have missed him saying that.
You did. It's the first successful pistol caliber carbine. Yep. Anyways, so we're on what, number 4?
Yeah. If we were doing this as a top 5.
All right, number 4. You know, I'm gonna have to go. 7.62 by 39.
Good choice. Good choice. Speaking of which, I might want to buy an AK before that assault weapons ban tries to get passed.
I could sell you Fuses.
See, the PSA has one that I really, really like for like $700, so I'm putting the money aside now for it.
I want one of those too. I can't flame you. Anyways, so moving on up.
My next favorite, and I know I'm gonna get judgment from you,
I know
and
you
this
are
is like one of my most
because I know
expensive
what it is.
calibers I have. 7.62 by 25. What did you
I
think I was gonna say?
was hoping you were going to go with something like 9 by 18 Makarov, but no,
Oh, see,
you're
see,
7.62 by 25. It's like, come on, man.
see, that was I was gonna put that down, but I couldn't. Uh, Sam, I haven't shot either of those, but I have shot 450 Bushmaster because that's a legal hunting around here in Ohio, and I love 450 Bushmaster. Like one of
I mean,
my things is I want to build a AR in
I've
450
shot both of these
Bushmaster.
calibers, okay? And I tell you what, the 458 SOCOM is nothing to scoff at. But at the same time, I really don't want to pay the price of ammo for it right now. So uh, I I wouldn't buy a rifle in it. But
Why? How much is
if you don't mind
458
paying
gonna be?
high ammo prices, go ahead and get one. As far as the 300 blackout, I like 300 blackout because you can use the same bolt carrier as 5.56. You don't have to change anything. Uh, Other than that, uh, 300 blackout is a little snappier than 5.56, but I honestly, I'd rather just have 5.56 though, because I've shot it and I'm like, okay, it's a little snappier, but
It
does it?
isn't
But
300 uh
but it's not really that much better than 5.56.
yeah, it isn't 300 blackout meant to be like, maximum a 12-inch barrel for the best accuracy is what it's
Something like
designed
that.
for.
But a lot of people use 16-inch barrels.
I mean, I really want I really want to try 458 SOCOM because a book I read, all 3 books, and
Try
I think
one before you buy one. Let me
yeah,
tell you that right now,
that's what I'm
because
gonna say. A book that I read, it's called Codename Wild Hunt. It's a book about a military unit that hunts like things like Bigfoot, Wendigos, werewolves. Their main rifle is a AR chambered in 458 SOCOM, and I'm like, ooh,
that reminds me of a great movie. And I say this jokingly because it wasn't a great movie. The name
What's
of the
the
movie
movie?
is The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then the Bigfoot.
See, I saw that at the Walmart I used to work at, and I nearly bought it and wanted to send it to Matt because he was ranting about it and be like, "Here, now you have a copy," because we had it on clearance, and I kind of wanted to buy myself a copy just to see it, but I'm like,
Yeah,
eh,
honestly, it's not a bad movie. It's just slow. That's it. It's just slow. It's slow to build up, but it's not a bad movie.
because I've watched too many Sci-Fi Channel B movies where Bigfoot was the monster villain that absolutely sucked. So it's kind of like,
Well, actually, you see more about him killing Hitler than really him killing the Bigfoot. Technically,
eh.
because apparently not even his kids and his grandkids knew that he was the guy that did it. So,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
anyways, uh, what are we at? What are we at? Number 3.
Yeah, 3.
Hmm. Okay, I'm going default. My number 3, 556.
Fair enough. Fair enough. The most common round ever out there.
Yeah.
Um, and great for introducing some new shooters too. If you don't want to use 22, but technically all 556 is a 22 on steroids, sort
Well,
of.
that's why it's either called 556 or 223.
Yeah. Um, Now for our number 2. Well, my number 2. 45 AARP, as the Yankee Marshal would call it.
Number 3?
No, my number 2. My bad. My number 2.
Number 2. All right.
Yeah. Or as another YouTuber put it, as anti-cow projectile.
What was your number 3?
Number 3 was 7.62 by 25.
Okay. Still say it's awful. All right. So your number 2 is 45.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
I have to throw something towards the FUDs.
I'm gonna my next one is gonna throw stuff towards the FUD. So you really didn't need to do that.
Ooh. Let me guess. 30 at 6?
Damn it! How did you know?
I am your technically I am your YouTube apprentice.
Well, that's neither here nor there. That's secret. You're supposed to be the secret apprentice.
Oops.
Oops. Cat's out of the bag now. I'll have to kill you.
No. We'll just have to swear Sam to secrecy.
All right. Oh, joking aside, but yes, my number 2 is 30-06.
Oh, Sam's looking to getting a 300 blackout AR, short barreled, or building one. Well, I would say if you're gonna do that, do it now.
Build one. Build one
Build
now.
one. Because if they get this new gun ban passed through the Congress,
The Senate and House.
you won't be able to. Which
No.
I'm hoping it gets smacked down by the Supreme Court because let's see, we had one before and it did nothing to stop crime.
And plus, the Bruin decision pretty much ruined a lot of gun laws already.
Yeah, well, because they could look at Bruin and be like, well, we did have one on the books before.
And it didn't really show any change, so why are we putting another one in?
Yeah,
So yeah,
that
you
would
can't have.
probably on legal standing be like, look, we had one before, and because I follow a channel called Fudbusters, and he's representing I forget who it is, but they're legally
CRF
going after the
firearms.
NFA as part of their yeah. And I was like, wait, what? They're going after the NFA as part of their defense? I'm like, ooh.
And watch, they'll go after the NFA and they'll take down the NFA and watch what happens. Biden will just
Uh,
put an executive order in saying, hey, the NFA is still in place. Because Biden thinks he can do that.
nah, yeah. Well,
Just like he said, oh, by the way, don't worry about the whole Wade versus Roe thing, or Roe versus Wade. I don't know which one it is, but don't worry about it because I'll just put an executive decision and fix all that. You can't. An executive order cannot overrule a Supreme Court ruling. That's
No.
why it's called the final ruling of the land.
Which is funny because ever since the Roe v. Wade decision came down, I had so many coworkers who say, "Oh, I have your guns have more rights than I do," and I'm like, "Wait, actually, no," because
I would say if my guns had more rights than you do, then do you have to sign a government form, not lie on it, and submit it to the government for approval before you can take ownership of that abortion?
yeah, that's basically what I said. I'm like, do you is a person with a uterus banned from polling places? You know, and I used that logic of,
Are you banned
oh,
from hospitals, polling places, government buildings, public parks? Uh, you know,
or
take your freaking pick.
or in this case of New York trying to challenge the Supreme Court to that decision. Oh, we're gonna make everywhere a sensitive area, so you can't carry if you do get a concealed carry permit in our state. And I just read on Firearms Policy Coalition's website that when the governor did that, they're now taking the governor of New York and the attorney general to court over that.
Because it's an illegal law
Yeah, because it's
because it
not just
violates a Supreme Court ruling.
and the Constitution, which is funny because with them passing national red flag laws, I figured it out how we could get red flag laws overturned. The 14th Amendment, or no,
Ooh.
or maybe the Fifth Amendment too, our right to self-incrimination too, and
Possibly.
maybe if I'm remember right, the Fourth Amendment, uh, uh, search and seizure clause.
Do I have a bad cough? No, I just have a dry throat. I don't have anything to drink right now.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
true,
standard
Sam.
allergies.
Oh, before we gotta get back on track,
What's your number
and
two?
number two is 45, so we're on number one. Number one for me is 9x19
Mm.
because that's the one caliber I own the most guns in. I mean, if I had to do a honorable mention of a caliber I really want to get my hands on and try out, it'll be, of course, 5.7.
Okay, you know what my number one is because you're not going to guess it.
Ooh. Let me guess.
Oh, you can try. It's fine.
Is it 7.62 by 54R?
No, it's not.
Oh, damn it. Well, what is it?
357 Sig.
Why?
That's what I carry.
Uh, I would never have figured the Night Strike to be a 357 SIG fan.
Well, I carry a P320.
Nice.
Okay, and I also carry though lately I will admit lately I have been carrying my PSA dagger
See
in
now.
9 millimeter. But
It's
again, is it my favorite? No, but the only issue is I've got a nice leather holster for it, and it's easier and it's a little bit more compact, and
mm.
that's why I'm going and when I can, I'm buying the medium size grip or the small size grip for the P320 compact because the standard one is just too large.
um, and then now that because I was thinking about my next handgun purchase being the Ruger 57, but now that PSA's bringing out their 5.7 pistol, I'm
Um,
going, ooh,
it's already out. I
it.
mean,
I didn't even see it on their site yet.
it's on the handguns area.
Damn it. Ooh.
It's $4.99 for the base one. If you want the RMR, it's a bit more.
No, I'm not at the point where I feel like I need to throw a red dot on any of my pistols.
I'd like to have the armor. Oh my god, they're starting to sell slides. Maybe I should buy a slide. and then I can just buy the other part.
That is true, Sam. That is one reason why I bought my 320. Was the interchangeability. But I
Yeah,
gotta call Sig and see if I could get a replacement recoil spring because mine is sticking just a little bit out of the slide, and I think they might have, when I got it, messed up the recoil spring. But I'm gonna be having my local
or
gun shop take a look at it and see if I could just get a new recoil spring assembly to put in there, or if I have to send it back.
well, what you could do is you could get a wolf springs recoil spring.
I could, because I found it weird because I took it apart to clean it the one day,
Yeah,
put it back, and now it just
and
sticks out just a little bit.
yes, my P320 is in it's in 357 SIG, but I bought it in 40 Smith and Wesson.
Yeah, because can't 40 frame of a gun that's meant for 40 Smith& Wesson can handle the.
40 and 357 SIG are interchangeable.
Okay, I that's what I wanted to make sure of because I
But
was like,
as far as
no.
the magazines are concerned and the slides, it's just
Yeah.
all you got to do is replace the barrel on the six. I mean, the same you can do the same thing on the 226 and the 229 as well.
Well, see, when I picked up my M1 carbine, the two
As
tables
long as
over,
they're in 40 Smith and Wesson, or some of those were made in 357 SIG too.
they had a Sig 239 and 40 for like $400, and I wanted to pick it up so bad so I could swap it to
Yep.
357 Sig.
Yep.
But I
So
didn't have enough money on me, and I'm kicking myself in the butt.
yeah, but if you want the rock, 499 all day long
See, that's a good price for me to get something like
for a
that in the.
5.7 pistol that has more rounds than the 5.7 or the Ruger 57.
Yeah, because doesn't theirs come with what? I
It's
forget
like
what the
24 rounds or something like that.
yeah, as opposed to 20.
There you go. There's the
And
link.
it's a round I've been very, very
20,
curious
23
about.
rounds plus one in the chamber.
Ooh, ooh.
You're gonna have to spend some money.
Yeah, and it's bad enough PSA. I want to get one of their AKs with the nitride barrel because, it's only $700 compared to $1,000. And my local
Well,
gun shop is on
there's
file with PSA.
there's another way you could swing it. You could do what I'm looking at doing. I'm probably gonna buy the parts soon, anyways.
Well, I
Uh,
might be signing up this upcoming weekend. My local gun shop's got a AR builders class coming up for 20
oh,
bucks.
well, what I'm saying you do is you get one of these. I'm sending you another link. All you have to do is get the trigger, the fire control group, and the uh the furniture, and then you're done.
See, yeah, Sam, but I would want all three. And I
It,
would
it
figure
already
out,
it already comes with the selector, so you don't have to worry about the selector.
yeah. Because I definitely want a 5.7 because like the version that they used in Battlestar Galactica, I do want to get the new MDR variant, which they slightly redesigned it so it could take a red dot, but the pistol does look a little different.
Just get the PSA rock and just get the red dot on it.
Yeah,
You're
see,
done.
well, that's the problem, Night Strike. I want all three.
Well, that's the problem. You'll pay way too much. You don't need all three. There's wants and then there's needs. You need more ammo.
That is fair.
You
As
need
our
there.
friend NEA would say, there you can never have enough ammo.
Yeah, there's never enough,
Even though he has like what, 2,000 rounds per caliber.
and that's still not enough for him.
Heck, I can only get that much ammo if I buy
Yeah.
myself a house with a big enough basement.
I mean, I honestly over the Ruger 57 and the 57 FN 57, I'd rather have a PSA rock just because it's less money. One, two, it's got a higher capacity, and three, it's by PSA.
I mean, if we ever did a whole episode designated to PSA, I'm pretty sure you'd be doing all the talking because you have the most knowledge of it. That
Well,
and the PSA rock doesn't look all that bad
they are my local sporting goods store.
because there's something about the 5.7 rock by PSA that actually looks pretty nice. Like I just like the way the slide looks, the grip. It looks very enough.
Yeah.
Nice. And yes, Sam, never enough guns. Every time Dianne Feinstein opens her mouth, I want to buy another one.
Let's see
Same
how
with
much
Nancy
it's gonna
Pelosi.
cost me. All right, it's gonna cost me. Just get this because I've got everything else. $593. That's how much it's gonna
Oh, and
cost.
it's pretty cool. It's striker fired.
Yep. Oh yeah, the
Huh.
rocket striker fired. Yeah.
Well, that and thanks to TFB TV, they did a video on the new SIG P210 carry model.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm jonesing for that one. It's on my list of guns that if I could add to my collection right now, I would. It would become my new like barbecue slash. I'm dressing up nice because it looks so nice.
Yeah. I'm kind of in the market for a Model 629 right now.
What did something go bump in the night at Night Strike Industries?
No, nothing went bump in the night at the Gun Tomb compound. I just feel like I need to get a Model 629 and get the sledgehammer grips for it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well,
You don't know what sledgehammer is? I'll send you a YouTube link later. You'll laugh your ass off.
oh boy. Please, let's hope it's not funny to the point where I'm gonna be coughing later.
It's a comedy TV show from the 80s. It's pretty good.
I wonder how are PSA's AR-10s? Because I kind of do want like a DMR style AR-10 in my collection one of these days. Because I don't have a 308 yet. Yeah, Sam, that is true. Which is weird because the from what I'm seeing on PSA's website about the Rock is it uses Glock pistol sights, which is not a bad idea because let's see, almost everybody makes pistol sights for the Glock. That's the one bad thing. I can't get a good like on their site view of the yeah, they're definitely 3-dot white Glock sights. I would definitely have those replaced with some sort of night sight. And like the features are pretty cool. But I've never heard of this QPQ coding that they put on their slides and barrels. Man, I might have to be doing some extra overtime just to get this.
Which one?
The 5.7 rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because the more I look at it on the PSA website, the more it's calling to me. I just would have to figure out holster for it because I'm pretty sure there's nobody that has a holster yet. I'll probably do one of those like universal style holsters that I can find. Hopefully it would work. Or see if someone locally could make me one. Because that's what the big thing I heard about the dagger was because it's a little bit chunkier frame-wise than a standard Glock 19. It won't fit in a Glock 19 holster, which I find weird. Ooh, PSA just launched a AK in 5.56.
Yeah, I'm not really fond of AKs and 5.56. Just buy Galil. It's
Dude, do
actually
you know
built
how
for
much
5.56.
Galils go?
Yeah, they're about $1,000 right now or more.
Oh yeah, the 5.7 ammo is expensive, but it's not like I'm gonna be using it all the time, Sam. It's just gonna be something so that way I can have something in that and it would probably be like my carry if like things get bad to where I need a major capacity pistol for self-defense. It could be worse, or instead I could just go buy that new Smith& Wesson Shield and 30 super carry and then really piss off Night Strike.
You don't want to piss off Night Strike.
No, because I definitely don't want to get smited by the all-powerful Night Strike.
Stop that. You stop that right now. But yes, yep, the Rock is pretty good. Pretty good.
See, the only other caliber, Sam, I would take a 1911 in is the 357 SIG. Because I think it holds the same amount of ammo.
There, let's see here. Where are you? All right, let's see. There. Watch that. That's hilarious.
Uh-oh. Let's see.
Not right now, obviously, but later.
Well, yeah, I know. That would be kind of stupid to do like right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you're live right now. You don't want to
Yeah.
do that.
Ooh. I did not know.
Did not know what.
NEA's favorite is 1911, the SIG Nightmare Fastback. Actually comes with 357 SIG.
Yeah.
See, hmm, now I kind of want to put the money aside and actually get one of those and
Yeah.
flex on them.
Possibly.
But that, and I just realized majority of my handguns I own are all SIG,
Mm,
minus my surplus ones because I got the 365 XL, I got an SP 2022, and I
I've
got
got
the 320.
2 SIGs, an ATI, a Beretta, a couple daggers, PSA daggers, and then I've got a Polymer 80. I don't have a lot of handguns. Well, I
Uh-oh.
have a revolver too, but I don't use that one. It's more of an
Yeah,
antique.
my second most owned is Ruger. Eh.
Yeah.
I do have a Taurus, so Matt would be happy about that.
I don't own a Taurus.
No, this is a giant 44 Magnum hunting revolver. Has 7 deer to it. 7 deer. But then again, if I was a wheel gun junkie, you just might as well call me Yankee Marshall.
Oh, I have to say this. Oh dear.
I mean, I just did see one this morning going to get my hair cut. And the mayor of the little city I live in right now sent out via the mail a survey for everybody who lives in the city to give their recommendation on how the city will deal with the deer overpopulation.
Well, they're not going to deal with it, just like they
Yeah.
don't deal with anything else.
Well, up in Cleveland and all the cities that are considered the greater Cleveland metro area, the Metro Park system up that way is just so overcrowded with deer. They're like, yeah, we're gonna start like calling it in the metro parks by having bow hunters go in, and I'm like, not gonna work, guys, not gonna work.
Not gonna work. Nope.
You need to stop building up, and because like the apartment complex I live in is right near a giant swath of undeveloped woodlands in the town, and there's throughout my entire town massive chunks of undeveloped woodland where all these deers are at. So at one of them they just started developing, and now it's pushing the deer out
Yep.
into the other areas. I'm like, you don't get it, people.
No, people don't get people
Yeah,
ever.
but it is weird when I'm walking to work on the few days that they called me to go in at 4 in the morning, and there's a deer just sitting right there next to the road, just staring at me, and I'm going, oh crap, this is how I'm gonna get killed today. I'm gonna get run over by a deer.
You know the image you used for the chat today?
Yeah, the don't tread on me flag.
That no, that one specifically.
Yeah, I saw the United States Naval ensign.
Naval check, yes.
Yes. And well, it is currently again, but it was the original one back during the revolution.
Revolution, yeah.
Yep. I mean, who knows? If the
If it
more,
works, why change it?
well, yeah, why? No need. But I'm gonna say we're gonna wrap it up for the day, cause
Yeah, I need to go make some food.
yeah, that enough
I got
fire.
T-bone.
Ooh,
Mm.
you suck. Oh, now I want a steak, but then I'd have to go put on some nice clothes and walk up to the local steakhouse to get a steak. I don't want to do that.
You don't have to put nice clothes on. You can just put jeans and a T-shirt on. Go down there.
Fair enough.
I mean, nice is a relative word, honestly.
Well, nice for me is like jeans and a polo shirt.
Yeah.
Which is probably why I don't go to church anymore.
Shame on you. You should at least go on Saturdays, like I do occasionally.
Look, I'm Roman Catholic, and you got to be fit for that church.
No, you don't. No, see, I'm Roman Catholic, and I go to church on Saturdays occasionally.
And the nearest Catholic church to me is like Parma.
Well,
Everything around me is.
that's why I told you should get a car or like a mini scooter or something like that.
But I'm looking into it.
You're buying guns left and right that you could be spending on other things, honestly.
No, I haven't actually bought anything recently.
M1 carbine.
That money I had saved up over 3 years.
You could have gotten a nice scooter or a decent clunker car for that price.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And with that, we're calling it wraps, people.
Yep, he ends while I'm ragging on him. See, that's how it works.